I don't know if you can see, but on Explorer, they're recommending jacking location is on that crossbar member right there. Hope you can see that. And on these, well, in the car since I'd say 1980s sometime, they're really difficult to find. Sometimes they tell you to jack up, and cars here right at this lip, and a lot of cars have a lip down there, ends up bending. So anyway, make sure that you chock your wheels, which I did there, especially when you're on a little incline. It doesn't take much to do that, to roll back. And I also put a jack stand up there. This rotor here looks pretty darn rusted, so I may have a big problem with this that I didn't anticipate. So I'm going to have to put some penetrating oil on it and see what I can do to get this off. Usually this is like the hardest part of the job, is trying to remove things. Putting on the brake pads are relatively easy. So anyway, there's one bolt there that goes from one side of the caliper to the other, and then there's also one on the bottom. So, and I also have to get some wire to suspend this, or a little block or something, a box or something to suspend this this caliper on. Okay, I'm going to get my tools and then we'll continue. Okay, I hope you can see that. I'm going to try to position this the best that I possibly can. Well, maybe you can see the bottom one only. But, okay, right here is a 13 millimeter. Actually, it came off quite easier than I anticipated. There's one at the top also. And sprayed some penetrating oil on it first. I always use 6 points. I know a lot of the kits these days, some of the cheaper kits, or just a regular kit that's has, you know, includes a lot of, you know, screwdrivers and wrenches and things, that type of a kit. They also they have 12 points, but it's best if you're going to do something like this to get yourself some 6 points. They aren't really that much. Check for sales and things if you never have that many tools, or just starting out working on cars and things. You have to have 6 points. You can do it without it, but you have a possibility of stripping the bolts and everything, the heads on them. Okay, make sure that you open up your brake fluid, master cylinder reservoir. I just keep it loose because it can build up pressure and squirt all over your and can build up pressure inside of this here and cause some problems with seals and things. You may want to protect your surrounding components and your body work, car body, just in case it'll splatter. So I'll get a rag or something, throw on it. And then you need a C-clamp. I use a C-clamp. Some people do it other ways, but a good C-clamp is basically the way that I'll compress the piston in the caliper to remove it. Right now I can hand remove the bolts attaching, but then it may be a little difficult getting the caliper off. I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. Okay, it's showing up. Okay, try to pry the caliper away from the rotor. It's pretty much locked on here right now, so you can lightly tap it with the hammer, but not to get the rust off, but not too much. This is cast and it can easily crack. There we go. So actually, in this particular model that I'm not even thinking right, that's not even part of the rotor caliper. I need my glasses. right here, you can pry up against it and remove it that way. There you go. You do have to take that part off, I believe, if you're going to replace the the rotors, but not the caliper itself. It's best to consult the manual if you have one that can show you, give you some information on this. Okay, and you'll see a minute here. This can it'll easily slide off. It's not that big of a deal. You can tap it slightly, not too much. There we go. Wow. This particular SUV has a double caliper, or double piston. So I haven't had a vehicle with that before. So that's pretty new to me right there. You can see it's a double piston. Operates on the same principle. It's usually they have one big piston. This one has two small ones. Okay, you need to support it with, I have to get some wire or something to support, or a box or something to sit this on. But basically that's the removal. Now we'll take off the brake pads and install the new pads. Okay, I found a bungee cord works really well to support the caliper. I will have to compress those pistons with the C-clamp after I install the new shoes, because they probably won't slide over. The way it looks here is the inner shoe or inner pad looks like it's worn quite a bit, while the outer one still has a lot on it. So it's pretty close to pretty close to getting into the rotors. Here you can see there's some glazing on the rotor. Now this is not particularly true, but this is something that when I was going to school to be a mechanic years ago, back in the 80s, the instructor said that if your rotors, back then they used to actually turn the rotors and drum brakes. They had a machine shop. You take them in for about $5 each, and they would turn them. But he said that when you're getting into an older car, or we're getting to brake drums, I mean rotors that have been there for a while, it's best to just leave them. You can sand them down a little bit and rough them up a bit, then to turn them again, because you turn them, you take off a lot more metal. And he showed us one that actually collapsed. These probably have a little bit of life in them yet. I'm not going to turn them. I'm not going to buy new ones at this point. I don't drive this car that much, and it's to me it's safe. But probably buy some new rotors next year. I don't have right now. I don't have the actual funds to be doing all that right now, and there's going to be quite a bit of work taking off the rotor and pulling out the bearings and all that stuff right now. So for my purposes right now, I'm just going to just put some new pads on here and leave it at that until a little bit into the future, probably next summer or spring. Okay, you can see that. Now I use I'll show you the brake pads that I use. Okay, from Advanced Auto Parts, they have these wear over. I buy the gold. They're semi-metallic brake pads. They seem to work the best. I've used other brake pads on my Dodge van, and every 6 months I have to put new pads on there. I've put these on my Dodge van, and it's been over a year, and I have no problems with it. So this is what I use, and you can get them. These are like $36 or so. Anyway, I paid $29 with the discount coupon they have going right now. Check, they always have discounts going on. If you buy them online, you get a discount, 20% off, I believe, or something. So anyway, that's the ones I use. Also, these don't come with these clips. A lot of them don't anymore, mainly because they're multi-purpose. Even though it says it's made for this vehicle, it will fit this vehicle. So just look at that. Also, I bought these. If you're going to buy at Advance, read the reviews, because some of them will tell what type of vehicles they have problems with pertaining to their disc pads. They might have to grind them down, the ears on here, or alter them in certain ways. These particular pads here don't come with clips, so I have to use the old clips. I haven't even seen any on their website to replace them with. So there's a clip up there, and there's one on the bottom. So if you're not sure how to reinstall them, take a picture of it, and that'll help you to reinstall it. So I'm going to go and remove these, and then we'll pick it up from there.